This is a very, very, very hard day today.
Apparently, it was like somebody got shot.
They locked down the classes, they locked down the school.
They won't even tell you no answers.
You can't get to your son, you can't get to your heart.
We must find solutions to keep guns out of the hands of our children.
Tonight, Dallas police are investigating how a student got a gun into Wilmer-Hutchins High School, which he used to shoot a classmate in the leg. It happened just before 11 a.m. on the campus in southern Dallas. Wilmer-Hutchins is near I-20 and 45. And tonight we have team coverage on what happened, as well as new reaction from students and some very frustrated, angry parents. But let's start with Adriana DeAlba for an update on the investigation.
Well, tonight, police say that this shooting was a conflict between two students. The victim is recovering and expected to survive. That's the good news. But, anytime you hear about a school shooting, immediately it is terrifying for teachers, parents, and students. And the district superintendent calling today's incident unacceptable.
The words school shooting are the last thing any parent ever wants to hear.
The worst fear of my life.
Come on.
Charla Holden's worst fear came true.
I'm a nervous wreck and ran across my job and flew here as fast as I could.
Then she waited, had her son, who was inside the school, on the phone.
A bunch of people outside, nobody knowing what's happening.
Friday morning, a student at Wilmer-Hutchins High School in Dallas somehow got through metal detectors with a handgun.
It's horrifying. I am shaking.
Sources say the two students involved were in a classroom. They exchanged words, then came a shooting.
He said when it first happened, he did hear a lot of people screaming and running.
The victim shot in the leg and is recovering in the hospital.
This is absolutely unacceptable and unimaginable, but it is happening across schools in America.
Superintendent Dr. Stephanie Elizalde says the teacher in that classroom led the suspect out, away from other students.
The adult teacher in that room helped us avoid additional tragedy.
Students like Stephanie Alvarado, a 10th grader, on lockdown for several hours as officers went door to door.
All my friends ran. We're all so scared. I'm shaking right now.
Police arrested the suspect outside in the back of the school. The gun found nearby. Parents desperate to reunite with their kids, overwhelmed with emotion.
Mi hijo. My son. Yeah.
The sight of parents surrounding schools becoming all too familiar. School leaders say never acceptable.
I refuse to say that we will normalize these behaviors.
Now, the big question everyone is wondering tonight is how that gunman had a handgun, brought the handgun into the school despite there being metal detectors. So moving forward in the investigation, Dallas police really going to have to take a close look at those videos to try to get to the bottom of that. Now, in the aftermath of the shooting, parents dealt with chaos and confusion over what they say was a lack of communication. My colleague Jobin Paniker was right there with them in those moments. Jobin?
Well, that lockdown lasted 3 long hours, and parents felt every bit of that. The desperation to see your children is a natural, understandable reaction here. Yes, those emotions are high, and now questions remain. Where children are involved, emotion is too. Friday's shooting at Wilmer-Hutchins High School set things off.
I'm emotionally stressed. I'm drained. I'm frustrated. I'm angered.
Parents worried about their children in a school on lockdown. Deshandra Johnson tried reaching her son.
It's just ringing, and then it'll cut out.
The Dallas Independent School District tells us messaging went out to parents that the threat was over and the campus was secure. That was just after 11. But many parents we spoke with say they didn't get that message. That's why they gathered here.
The weight is definitely hurting me to the core of my body right now.
The school and district called for patience and time, safety protocols to ensure all students are accounted for and safe.
It's just lack of communication with the parents and keeping us involved in what's going on with our students.
Once parents learned their children were okay, they wanted to know how this happened. How did a gun get in? Why did metal detectors not go off?
Because when we send our kids off to school, we expect for them to be safe there.
The district and police agencies promise a full investigation.
I have instructed him to explore every single option to evaluate our vulnerabilities and how we can mitigate these so that this does not happen again.
Deshandra Johnson did find her son.
How you feel?
Sharice Johnson found her son too. These students are shaken but safe.
Somebody almost lost their kid today. It could have been you. It could have been anybody.
School mass shootings have all parents thinking the worst and feeling even worse. This was not that, but a likely targeted shooting between two students that still brought out the emotion.
To know that he's okay, and it's a great relief. It's just overwhelming.
In Wilmer, I'm Joe Puniker.
Yeah, sometimes in cases like these, the incident, it leaves parents, moms and dads, even more shaken than the kids themselves. We'll keep pressing for answers until we learn how that gun got through security, what's next for the suspect, and how the victim is doing right now. Look for updates on our website, WFAA.com.